At Singapore American School, we have a long-standing tradition of extraordinary care for our students. Extraordinary means taking the normal expectations of teachers, that their students will learn the subjects they're taught in a safe environment, and pushing them beyond the normal. Starting in the fall of 2015, the newest aspect of our ethos of extraordinary care will be a renewed focus on relationships. We aim to foster healthy, productive, and valuable relationships between students and their peers, their teachers, and their families through a new school-wide advisory program. Home base is central to our middle school experience. Every day, students in the middle school division meet with a home-based teacher who guides and advises them. Then in ninth grade, our institutional priorities seem to shift radically. The daily ritual of home base is replaced by a less frequent freshman seminar and a home-based teacher that only sees students for 5 days out of the semester. SAS, like any high school, is full of transitions. Sure, we say goodbye to 300 seniors every June, but just a handful of every graduating class has attended SAS since kindergarten. That means that our students have faced extraordinary transitions in their lives, sometimes many of them, many cultures, many languages, many new faces. Our responsibility in the high school is to help our students cope with change. We must help orient them when they arrive, foster their success as they grow, prepare them for the transition to college or university, and offer glimpses of the daily realities of university life and beyond.
And what you once found helpful in sixth grade, in ninth grade you find incredibly annoying, right? And so you're now pushing back against the people who were so helpful to you and saying no. And the classic line has even been picked up by advertising is, "Mom, I can do it myself," right? "Dad, get off my back. Don't check on my grades." And so as you move into high school to become more independent, you push your parents away. But you may in fact still need someone who gets you, someone who knows what you're struggling with, someone who can counsel you now in an objective way. And that person in a school environment ought to be your favorite teacher or coach, but they're very busy and it may be not part of their job description. They may be doing it for you, but they're doing it essentially on their own time. There ought to be a person who does it for you. I think of that person as an advisor.
And more friendships I hope to preserve, and more experiences under my belt. And I wouldn't want fear of leaving to keep me from getting those experiences. And I think that that's a set of skills that I started to acquire at SAS. I mean, being able to, I think a lot of third culture kids feel eventually that they're able to have that mentality of being more open about the way they move through the world in a way that allows them to sort of collect positives without focusing on negatives.
In order to get where they're going, every student needs to feel successful in the present. That's where the community of the SAS Advisory Program comes in. For too long has this community labored under the assumption that rigor means a kind of academic hazing, and that holding kids to standards means excluding most of them. This way of looking at success means that too many worthy, hard-working kids remain in the shadows of SAS as our superstars take up the spotlight. Studies have shown that the attachment and connectedness a student feels towards her school can predict a higher academic success rate than students who lack those feelings. But success isn't all about grades. Schools have long been the wellspring of social and emotional learning as well. Success in university and in the workplace beyond demands being equipped to deal with people, to understand the value of teamwork, the fine art of compromise, and the strategies and capacity to move beyond disagreement and conflict. High school needs to be a safe place to fail. After all, to a teenager, social and emotional adversity is just as real as failing a quiz or dropping a ball in the big game. In fact, as they mature, students spend more time thinking about their friends, their relationships, and their social status than they do about their studies. They'll need help with that thinking to make good, healthy choices. Our advisory program is designed to do just that.
I mean, think about it. When I was a kid, I can't remember what my teachers taught me, but I remember how they treated me, and I remember how we connected. So when I think of advisory and I think about why we should do it, we should have been doing it 10 years ago. So it's time. It's time for us to get a really close connection with our kids, to know our kids, to let them know we care about them, because really in the end, that's what's most important.